Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, tell me you made some paper, yeah.
We gon' kill this, we gon' run it. They can't hear us. Now watch me, I've been working on my stroke. Now watch me, I've been working on my stroke. Feel this, we gon' kill this, we gon' run it. They can't hear us. Now watch me, I've been working on my stroke. Now watch me.
I be working on, you be working
What up,
on.
what up, doing? What it do, y'all? What's good? This your girl, Miss Renee, a.k.a. Mrs. Nonchalant, and this is Living Outside the Box podcast. Once again, I am your hostess with the mostest, founder of this here lot, BP. Yes, and
is that right?
across from me is my co-host for this evening. Who we got?
1, 2, 3. Oh, me.
When you say across, you gotta like pick.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Let me go vertical.
All right. Across, I'm filling in again for the king and queen that's missing tonight. It's your boy Al Wu, aka.
Oh, that was unison. I like that. I like that. I like that.
And then you can find me on Instagram at It's My Time ITZTYME 313. I shortened the name for y'all because the other one was too long.
Way too long.
No, it wasn't. It was
way
perfect. It was perfect. They just hating.
Okay. And who are you diagonally? Since I got to be literal.
Diagonal is kind of, anyway.
It's across
That,
over there.
the original. I'm just saying. Regular Joe. You can find me at
In St. Louis, rolling on dubs.
you can find me at Living Outside the Box podcast.
Oh, shoot. You about to put us in the fire somewhere?
You can find me nah, never. Oh, on social media. All platforms. TikTok too.
TikTok, too. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
Was that long enough? Hold on, let me keep going. And
You still got your OnlyFans account?
yeah, my OnlyFans
Oh,
is
no.
Pornhub search pretty. Never.
No.
I just started one.
You got to, man.
OnlyFans.
You gotta get this money out
If
here.
y'all want to follow me on OnlyFans, it's $9.98 a month.
None of this is real.
Elephant Trunk 313 is the name on there.
Living Outside the Box podcast is not sponsoring any of these pages. So if you want to go on their pages on your own, these are all personal pages
Remember,
that they have.
$9.98 a month, and I still got my Black Planet page.
No,
Thank you.
none of that is true.
You know what I'm
So
saying? And I
let's
got
go
my
dive
MySpace.
right into this here. Yeah, we're going to dive in.
That's what I did on the OnlyFans.
All right. So,
D-Dope, yeah.
well, question. Well, not really a question. but,
Answer.
let's talk about good parenting versus bad parenting.
Whoa, we going there.
There's no such
Yep.
things. I know.
Yeah,
We
there
going
is
there.
definitely a such thing.
I'm definitely in the right chair to talk about this one.
Yeah.
Such a bad parent.
So let's start with your definition. Each of y'all give your own personal definition of a good parent. What's your definition of a good parent?
All right, I'll start off. My definition of a good parent is parent or parents is somebody that's definitely for sure 100% taking care of their responsibility when it comes to their kids, making every sacrifice possible to make sure they don't want or need for anything. They constantly are a part of their life. And even for the ones that's out of state, you know what I'm saying, there are certain parents that still can do a good job from afar. We talking about making every way possible, trying to get to them every month, setting time out to go see them. Even now that most of this stuff right now is a virtual thing, setting up Zoom or anything like that. They literally doing everything they can to be a part of their child's life and doing the right things and the sacrifices to make sure they good.
Okay. What's your definition of a good parent?
The ones that
Good
don't
parenting.
be there, and the ones that neglect their parents. I mean, their kids, and you know, they just beat them all the time.
I thought we said good.
Right. I know. Sometimes he be taking us all the way over there to Jupiter, and then we gotta come back here to Neptune.
Because they teaching them life lessons. Don't nobody give a fuck about you but you. So you learn that at an early age, and then you grow up and you be real stressed.
This is not an episode for your kids to listen to, because they gonna get confused.
Nah, real talk. Good parent is, you try your best to do whatever you can do to make sure they gonna have a better life, and that they know how to survive when they get of age,
Mhm.
and they know how to thrive and be great. So, just preparing for when they adults, cause you ain't really. That's all you do when they born. You just trying to teach them how to
Right.
be a good person, how to grow, how to take care of their responsibility, be responsible themselves. So
Facts. Okay.
you
So-
just a good teacher.
So, in my thought, in my opinion, is being a role model and an example to your children. If you show your children all the possibilities, all of what you can do, all of how far you can go in life, if you show them that, because one thing I am far from is one of them. I'm a tell you what to do because I'm telling you what to do because I'm the parent. That's what I can do. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. I'm one of them. I like to lead by example. So I want to show you what your possibilities are or what your options are. And I feel like that is what will make you a good parent, just to show them that they have options. They can
I
do what
agree.
they choose to do with their life. You're not subjected to doing one thing. Just because mommy wants you to do it or daddy wants you to do something, you're going to do it because we want you to do it. That's not good parenting. Good parenting is allowing your children to mess up, allowing your children to make mistakes, and allowing them to learn from their mistakes.
And effort.
And
I agree.
and definitely effort. So when you are leading by example, you're showing them this is options. These are options for you. But you don't have to because mommy did it or because daddy did it. You go your own route. You go your own way because you're going to learn as you get older anyway. You
Right.
got to learn from experience.
So, because my
So-
mama taught me options, so I don't know why all these hoes out here acting like.
He always go to he always want to go to the female side.
I'm joking. It's
Okay.
a joke.
All
Okay,
aspects.
but-
Acting like they can't be
alright.
options out here. I was taught that. So, no, I'm joking.
Now on the flip
It's a
side,
joke.
Bad
the-
parents.
bad parenting. What is your definition of bad parenting? Hold on. Not everybody speak at once.
Ooh, let me go. Can I go?
Yeah, you go first because I had to take my hat
Ooh.
off for that one.
Oh
Going to-
boy,
go
go
Lord
ahead.
have mercy.
Going to all they football games, basketball games, supporting them to the fullest
He's doing the
extent.
opposite. He's doing the opposite of everything. Everything that's good is
You
really
know what
bad.
I'm saying? Talking to them, letting them know they care about them and shit like that. That shit's trash.
Why are you looking at you like that? Like I'm so
Threw me
confused.
completely off. Wowzer.
Come on, for real,
You know what I'm saying? Letting them know that they can be anything
Nut.
they want to be just because they're them.
Nut.
And they're so special
Oh my.
because you ain't doing shit but teaching them to think that everything's good in life. Then they grow up and everything is not as good. And then they be
Ooh,
like,
his eyes got blood. Okay. So now, for real, what is the
all
bad?
right, no, but for real. All right, for real. All right. But the bad is, for real, is no effort, just not giving a fuck about what they doing. No effort. That's really what it is. Cause you know what your effort is. You know what you put in and what you don't
Right.
put in. Everybody gonna lack somewhere, but you know when you feel like. I think too. The good parents is always trying to, always feeling like they can do more, and the bad parents is feel like they did everything.
That's a good point. We're gonna
I
come
like
back
that.
to that. We're gonna come back to that. Go ahead, Alec. I'm sorry. Woo.
Ooh.
My definition, and I stand by this. I don't care what y'all think.
Ooh, okay.
I really don't.
Okay.
Definition of a bad parent is, again, like you said, no effort. The ones that's not even trying at all. Like y'all go fucking these girls, y'all
Ooh.
pop one off in them, but y'all can't man up and take your responsibilities as a man, or i.e. as a woman. Because there's women out here that do the same thing
This
that men
is
do.
true.
You feel me? So
This
I'm not.
is true.
We're gonna go down both streets, but the
Yes.
ones that's not putting no effort in at all, y'all got these kids out here that need stuff, and you constantly going to buy J's. Y'all trying to stay on the freshest stuff, but your kids wearing K-Swiss or Reeboks, but you wearing J's and all that stuff like that. And I really, when I say I really hate that, like, even if y'all not in a relationship, and I think we had this before. We did this a subject on this before. Even if y'all not in a relationship, why are y'all taking it out on the kids?
Mm-hmm.
If you and the baby mama or the baby father are not seeing eye to eye, the kids ain't have nothing to do with that. They wasn't here. They wasn't around at the time. None of that stuff. But the fact that, and it pisses me off when y'all don't even try. Y'all don't try at all to make it work some type of way. You don't have to have a full-blown conversation with the parent, but you can at least be cordial when it comes to the kids all day. And I see a lot of stuff when it comes to social media, bashing, all type of stuff like that. And then you got your kids in the background listening to this or hearing it.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry. Hey, I hate it. You know what I'm saying? I probably hate it more because I ain't like that. And I can't say I'm perfect or whatever like that, but at the same time, I learned from all my mistakes on what to do, and I got tired of seeing my kids see it.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? It's a development stage. Granted, some stuff might start off rocky, but it's really up to the parent if they want to switch how things go. And I'm sorry, when I hear bad parenting and stuff like that, when I see it, it really pisses me off, man. Like, for real, it really does.
But that lets you know how much of what type of father you are. That confirms the type of father
Put my hat back
you
on
are.
now.
Oh, you had to take your hat
Yeah, I
off
had
for that
to.
one?
I wanted y'all to see the gray in my hair from that.
My definition of a bad parent, and this is, again, like he said, for mothers and fathers. First of all, a title don't make you a mother. A title don't make you a father. You are the father. You are the mother.
Yep, that's what Maury said.
And the pappy.
But I think what makes people bad parenting is when they choose to financially secure their child, but not physically be there with their child. And when I say that is when you choose to say, I would rather her or him take me down to the court and make me pay child support than to actually raise this child. That's a coward. You're a cop-out.
That's a great parent.
That's the worst.
Wow.
That's the worst to me. Because you are
ain't the
basically
worst.
saying it to me. Because you're basically saying, I don't want to do this. I'm not going to do it. Yes, we did this together. Yes, we created these children together or this child together. But that doesn't mean that I want to take care of it. I wasn't ready for a child anyway. And I hate when people say that. I wasn't ready for a kid. Okay, nobody has a manual, a parenting manual. Nobody's really truly 100%. I don't care what you say, Nut. No, nobody is truly 100% ready for a child. When it comes, it don't matter if you could be the most financially stable family in the world. That doesn't mean that you're mentally ready to take care of that child, emotionally ready. You might be dealing with stuff you didn't even know you was dealing with until you start having a kid. And now it's like, oh man, now I see what my parents went through, or I see what I went through as a kid. And a lot of the times I feel as if when you take the coward move and you say, I'd rather just give you child support than actually raise a child, that's what makes, in my opinion,
You're a punk.
you're a coward.
That's
You're a
like
punk.
the best parent ever. Say no, but I was kind of actually having a conversation with my sister about, parenting a little bit because each generation is learning different things.
Yeah.
So you kind of you taking what you learned from your parents on how to be a parent, and then you applying it, but you also adding stuff because it's some things that your parent didn't know.
Right.
So you growing, it's gonna keep getting better and better, long as that cycle continues. Sometimes people, like I don't really like when people be like, "Oh, I got my ass whooped, so I don't want to whoop no ass," and it's like, well, you didn't turn out bad for getting your ass whooped, but
Right.
you got to learn how to finesse different kids or whatever. Like every kid doesn't deserve to get their ass whooped,
That's
but
true.
every kid don't deserve to just get talked to either. Some of them need that ass whooping.
Mhm.
So it's a balance, and like I said, it's like you said, there's no handbook, so it's learning, and actually every kid is different.
That
So
is true.
you have to even learn how to be the best parent for that particular kid.
Yeah.
S-
Yes. Now,
So
I like
okay,
that
go
because
ahead.
I was gonna bring that up after since we were doing good versus bad with the whooping and the talking.
Yeah.
Which one is more effective? You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, what's more effective for me is I guess because when I was coming up, I got more of the whoopings than I did the talks. So I guess when it comes to me raising my kids, I'm more of a talker first, then go into the whooping. Like my expectation if I come at you, come and talk to you aggressively, the expectation is you should be able to turn it around. My bad. You should be able to turn it
no,
around
you good.
right then and there.
It's a
And
passion.
but
It's a
but
passion.
if I got to talk to you once or twice and you're not doing it, that means you ain't listening to it the first time. So now I gotta bring the belt out. Now not even just the belt. I might do head on the back of the hand or on the leg or something like that. But and let you know I'm not playing.
That's
You
the
know,
balance. That's a
so
balance, though.
I don't think for me I don't go straight into the whoopings. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's not me. I like to give my at least baseball rule, the 3-strike opportunity. 'Cause after that, it's just now you got to get it. Now you got to get the rap because you didn't
See,
listen to me the first 2 times.
Learning your
but then,
kids, though.
and I was gonna say, but that also depends on the child, and not just that. It depends on what the child did, because
Yeah.
some kids be knowing what they do when they be pushing their parents' buttons. They know exactly what it is
Oh, they know
that
since
they
they was
doing
2 o'clock. I mean, since they was
since
2
it was
years
2 o'clock. Huh? They know how to push their parents' button, and they know each parent because they start studying each parent. Like,
They
oh yeah, I know daddy is probably gonna be more lenient than mommy about this situation,
Especially when they get older.
right. They
Look,
start plotting.
I'm gonna go ask
they
mommy. I'm gonna ask
look.
daddy
Let
this.
me
Ooh.
explain something to you. When them babies come out and they start looking at you and they start whining, they learning
Mm.
from the end. They
Yeah.
like, oh, she picked me up. Cool, let me try it again. Yep, she picked me up every time.
Yep.
Okay, he's
That's
looking at
funny.
me. He's looking at me. Damn, he ain't doing shit. Mommy here, come mommy. I knew she was gonna come. Dang, what the fuck was that?
I like
me
that.
up.
That's a good
That
breakdown.
is
I like
funny.
that.
It's a fact. I did it with my son. I told one of our friends. I said, stop picking him up every time he cried. He's
Right. He
learning.
getting spoiled.
First night she ever
Ooh.
watched him cry all night. And she was like, what y'all doing? Nothing. He don't cry all night with us. Cause I ain't gonna do it. And she get tired of it to a certain extent. So
Right.
you
Crap,
got
that mean
they
Maddie got me.
learning.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That mean Maddie
yeah.
got me
She
from
ain't
day
Yeah,
one.
learning.
yeah.
Oh my
But
God.
see, look, you can always switch it up.
It's over.
People change.
I mean,
It's
people do
over.
change, but
People
it's a,
change. You got it.
Daddy's girl. She know how to
That's
get me.
but see,
easily.
Okay.
it's a difference between being a sucker and daddy's girl. All my girls is gonna be daddy's girls, but they also gonna know like I know when you playing me though. You know when she playing you.
do you?
I do.
He know when she
I
playing.
do. Because
He
like,
probably don't care right now.
I know from how Maddie is because the way how her body language gives it all away. I could tell either when she asked her mom first and then came to me because what she'll do is she'll probably ask mom at home, and then once we leave her presence, she'll come to me and be like, well, hey, I did this, I did that. Can I get some ice cream? She know I go get it for her instantly, but I can tell how you said it or how she fidget and all type of stuff like that you asked that question before and you was told no, wasn't you?
Mm-hmm.
But
And
no.
and here's the other thing though. Do we really see much of ourselves in our children? No. I mean, okay, but think about it.
No,
Do
I
you-
know. Yes, Yes.
I mean, yes, but to what extent? Because when we were that young, maybe like 5, 4, 3, or whatever, we don't remember the stuff that we did
I
when
do.
we was. Well,
Well, you might not
I
still
remember,
remember
but see, this the
certain
thing. You got to understand. You as a grown up, is you grew. So some of the stuff you did as a kid is probably still in you. You get
Right,
what I'm saying?
right,
So
right.
if you like silly and you goofy, you see that. If you creative, you see that. If you like, cause all my daughters is different. Like I can tell my daughter that's shy when people's around, or if I put a camera on her, she's shy. But if she by herself and she go on her TikToks, she got a whole different personality. But is around certain people. I know that. I've been that way in high school. So I
Okay.
know, you know what I'm saying? So you
Right.
see different things like, okay, she very creative. All right. I see why she doing how that. She's very attentive. She's paying attention. This one very protective. This one like it's weird.
Now, okay, now I got another question then. When y'all see certain people, like certain parents or whatever, parenting their children, and you look like, oh, I wouldn't have let that fly, or no, he wouldn't have did that to me. Like, for example, so you see that one kid, they ask for a candy at the store, they don't get it, they rolling all over the floor. They throwing, they stomping, and then the parent is just like, come on,
Johnny.
come on,
Come on, Johnny. Tim.
Timmy,
Tim, get up, Tim.
come on,
I
come
try-
on, I'm gonna count to 3, 1.
I try to coach
And then-
them so
Nah.
telepathically.
Oh no, wait. Okay, so when you looking at that, and you see, wait a minute, when you looking at that and you seeing them parents, and you just like, wow, what's running through your head if you were that parent? I mean, if you were that child's parent, like what's running through your head?
Well, let me go first. I look at that parent to make eye contact, so I can look at them and like try to be Magneto. I mean, not Magneto, but Xavier, and say, if you don't kick his ass across the fucking floor,
Right.
and tell him to Kirk Flankenway, if you don't get your bitch ass. I'm just saying.
So that's you. Okay.
My
Alex,
my kids know.
What's your mindset? You seeing that parent, and they're just like, I'm gonna count to 3.
3. Nigga, what
Man,
you
Right.
I'm like, first, I'm in line with whatever I got, and I'm just like, I'm looking like, hey, you know, is it my place to say something to him? Like, is it really my place to be like, hey,
Right.
hey man, you better get that child off the fucking floor, man, and
Right,
stop
right,
playing.
right.
You gonna let them embarrass you like that in here? Hey, let me step in front of him and check out then. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But I look at that and be like,
you be.
you get bullied at home, don't you?
right. He must slap
get-
you across your
hey,
face a couple
You get
times.
bullied at home too. They tell you to make their food at the crib, don't they?
You be trying to be like, yo, just tag me in right now.
Okay, so is there a limit though that you should have with your family members' kids? Like you get that one family member who you know their kid is just they the terrorists. They Tasmanian devil. They come over your house with your kid.
That's easy.
Do you get the opportunity to be like,
Yeah.
okay, your mama not here.
Yeah. See, look,
I'm tagging
because
you.
y'all
You
already
do-
set the
the
boundaries
facts.
off the top. Like, if I get my nephews and they come over before I leave, either my sister or somebody gonna say, hey, if they start getting out of hand, you know what to do. Absolutely. Thank you for saying that. See, I'm not going to, what the thing is, if I got kids to spend the night over or whatever like that, unless you give me the green light to handle my business and treat them like they mine, that's what's going to happen. And then I'm gonna tell you what happened after the fact. But if you don't give me that green light and say, hey, don't touch my, whatever, I'm not going to disrespect you and do it. But I am going to still, lay the law down. I'm just not going to lay hands on them. I just got to talk to them now. Or it's going to get to a point I'm going to call you and be like, hey, yep, it's time to come get them right now.
Fuck what you talking about. Fuck that.
Right.
All my siblings know me. These hands is equal opportunity hands, okay?
Mhm.
fuck you fucking up to where I have to put my hands on you, they gonna get put on you. Now they might not get put on you like mine
Yours,
that I
yeah.
created, but they gonna get put on you. 1, 2, you really like when you take care of your kids in a certain way, the other kids ain't trying to feel that. They get nervous off that shit. They be like, oh
No,
shit.
it depends on the kid,
That's
because
but
some
see,
kids be trying.
and that's and when they try, you give them one of those little cheap shots. Oh, you thought I wasn't gonna touch you?
Right, you under my tutelage right now, so.
But
Like,
you gotta start
like,
that.
oh, I'm sorry.
You gotta
I didn't mean
start.
to slap you real
You
quick.
gotta start that in front of their parents though. Like, boop. Tell them quit playing with me.
Exactly.
So they like, okay, I can't mess with that uncle because okay, mom.
Now they don't want to come over no more.
Right,
I
now they-
will.
Not,
Sorry. No, okay.
I
Now,
don't want to go over there.
now that's the other thing. Now that's another thing that you got these parents. Some of these parents don't be liking when others put their hands on their kids
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. And some parents don't like that. I know. I'm wondering. It's confusing.
If
It really
they
is.
don't like that, they need to man the fuck up.
Oh, okay.
Straight up like that, because you're soft.
like that.
You're soft. You're straight. You're soft. That means if you don't like how I handle it, and you be like, "Oh, don't do that," you're soft, and your kids gonna run over you. All at the end of the day, they're gonna run over you.
But
They gonna be calling you by your first name, Jen. they gonna be calling you by your first name because you allowed it. You didn't stop it at the beginning, and now
that's a fact.
now these kids done got crazy, all type of stuff like that, and they out of control. Now you want to put them on Scared Straight and have an interview room, like I just can't.
Look, you gotta hit your kid at least one time.
You gotta show
Like
them that you're
real
serious.
good.
You gotta show them that you're for real.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
right.
At
That's
least
right.
once. Well, most of them.
But
Because they feed off of other kids too.
they do. But they also get pressure, peer pressure from them other kids too. Like, hey, I know your mama said that you couldn't have no snacks in the room, but
That's
Why
fine.
don't you go-
It's like
why don't you go?
it's life lessons.
Like, hey, why don't you go grab? She ain't gonna know. She got the door closed. Everything. She ain't
See-
gonna know.
See,
And she on the phone.
See, my
And- oh,
mentality, my
my
mentality, I'm not even gonna lie. My mentality when it comes to my children is if it's small, early, I will do something major or for something small.
Mm.
Like,
Well, break that down.
like if it's something that might not be like all the way ass whooping like, but a pop like, I might all the way ass whooping. That
Mm.
way, it's not a certain limit.
Oh yeah, I got you.
It's not a
Yup.
certain limit to okay, I can do this much, and
only
it's
get
only gonna
this.
be this. No, you're not gonna know what the fuck is gonna be
Right.
that day. I might whoop your ass all the way. I might not. I might talk to you. I might not. I might not say nothing. I might just hit you and then tell you about it the next day.
Mm-hmm.
You never know, because I don't want you to know. You paying attention. You know, kids know. Eh,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
I can ask 3 times before they get mad. I can ask 4 times before they give me the look. 2 more times before they actually get mad. You kids know that.
Yeah.
They definitely know because
So-
they watch.
So you gotta watch.
attention.
You gotta be kind of tricky when you gonna pop off.
Well, that's true, and you got to be calculated because you
Mhm.
can't let them know every move. That's just in
Mhm.
life.
Yeah.
Can't let everybody know every move that
Mhm.
is made. So when it comes to the other children
What other people kids?
with other people's kids, because again, going back to that original theory, we are okay hitting our children. They are okay hitting their children.
I'm okay.
But when it comes to them nieces and nephews or them little baby cousins, it's like, you know how you'll hit your child or whatever, spank them on the hand, and then it's you. So you feel like you can do that.
Mhm.
But when you see somebody else do the same exact thing, you'll be like, hey, don't hit my child.
Mm-mm.
That's my child. Don't
Fuck-
hit my child.
Fuck that.
they be
Fuck my
like-
kid up.
But some parents, that's what I'm saying. Some parents is like, I'm okay with it's me. But somebody else doing that, oh no.
Here's
You
my
can't do
thing
that.
with that. If I know you and I know as a person your intentions is not malicious towards my kid when it comes to disciplining them. I can be cool with you touching my kid because I know you as a person. I know you not just doing it because you feel like whooping some ass or oh you
Right.
got a problem
Or
with
you
me so
angry.
you whooping her.
mad.
Like no, when I know that your intentions is a strong person to trying to teach them certain shit, yeah, you can fuck my kid up. 9 times out of 10, they ain't gonna be around you like that if you can't fuck them up. Now, unless they, somebody that they mama got them with or some shit. But I gotta trust her judgment. So when her judgment get fucked up, then that's when I roll in. But other than that, it's, shit, fuck them up. Take a village.
They do.
Take a
They do.
village.
It does take a village.
Cause I don't want to get called all the time. Like I'm gonna call your daddy. Why you gotta say that? Just fuck him up.
Just do it.
I don't want to be called all the time. I don't really want to be called any of the time, to be honest, unless somebody's on their, God forbid, anybody on their last breath.
Yeah,
That's
agree.
one thing.
Sometimes I'd be like, why you just did? Why you call me?
Yeah, just
Why
just
you
go handle
just
that.
do it? Like,
Just
send
you
me
know
a
what it
text and tell
is.
me what it is, man. Why you call me, man?
My son's mama called me. Even when we was talking about the flow thing, my son's mama called me a long time ago. Like, oh, he is just on the floor right now. I said, kick him across the fucking floor. She said, nah, this lady is watching me. I said, so? Fuck you talking about?
See, people are quick to call the police.
No,
People are
but
quick
you-
to call.
My
I'm
you
about to-
know,
child.
I'm about to-
stay out of my
But
business.
this the thing though. This
but
the
that
thing
ain't
though.
the world we live in
This
no
the-
more.
This the thing though.
Man.
This is why he did that, because when I was telling you to whoop his ass before, like when you're in a house, he know you're not gonna whoop his ass. So when he go out, he know you're not gonna whoop his ass. So you should have been doing this before, but now, cause he's never fell out at the mall with me, cause he know he look in my eyes and know if I don't kick you across the floor now,
You're gonna get it.
Right.
you gonna be
You gonna get it.
hurt.
Right. But there's always those moments in time. Kids love to test their parents. They love to test their gangster. They love it.
Yeah.
I had an incident one time with, I think it was Matt. It might have been Malachi. It was both of them. You know how you go when we get into the store, don't ask for nothing. I'm not in
Hey.
here to buy you anything.
Don't ask for
Okay?
nothing.
Yeah, short-term memory loss, clearly. Because as soon as we get into the store, ooh, can I get a toy? I just said,
Don't ask.
don't ask. I'm not in here to buy you nothing.
I told
Don't
you that
ask
before
me.
you got in. You still asking.
Exactly. But they like to test you to see, one, maybe they'll change their mind.
What store?
Maybe.
What store you in?
So it could be any store. It could be a
I
like-
Walmart.
Hit them with a loaf
One
of
thing I
bread.
like is like and I seen this, man, my sisters when Maddie and them go over there, they be especially my little sister. I don't even want to call her little more because she grown. My little sister,
You could say younger sister.
my younger sister, how about
Yeah.
that? My younger sister, boy, I don't know how she do it. I ask her every time. Like it'll be all of them. And it was like the last time they spent the night over there. She had them in line. Like they was all running around watching TV. She posted on her Snapchat. I was at work. They was all running around watching TV. They was loud, all type of stuff. I kid you not. 10 minutes later, she posted that. Posted 10 minutes later, they was all just laid across the blow-up bed and
She
everything
burned
like that.
them
Just
out.
man, I don't
She
even think it's
burned their
burnt.
energy out.
I be watching her how she be with she cold blooded with it. I be like, you know how to get them in line. She be like, I don't take no bullshit. I don't take none of that. I'm like, hey, all right, well, you can get that every time then. She be on it. And I be wanting to, you know what I'm saying, for me, I be trying to take notes and stuff like that because last time I had them over and they chilled, you know, I gave them some melatonin and stuff like that. That didn't help.
Aw. Listen.
Hey, that
listen,
works.
Listen.
But it
Give
didn't
'em
work
some
for me that
wine.
night. It didn't work for me that night. I gave it to them. They ate it like candy. It was up at 3 a.m.
See?
You,
So bad.
you got to spike they Kool-Aid with one hand.
Yeah, let's see now. Okay, now this is where I feel like bad parenting, and then the second edition comes
What's
in.
wrong with melatonin?
You not? I ain't talking about the
Oh.
melatonin and stuff, but you not about to drug my kids just so they could go to bed. If you cannot handle them and wear
Hold
them
on,
little
what age
them
are they?
kids
Works.
out,
What
It
age are
works.
they?
no.
You know what really works?
no.
Shower. Good shower.
No.
Nice bath.
It,
Good
no,
shower, nice
it
bath.
depends on the kid. Okay, so
A boring
we
TV
have
show.
two polar opposite children. Our daughter Maddie, she will be up. The only way she gonna go to sleep is if you tired her out.
Senator
You
Auntie
had
Carmen.
you had to have tired her out. But Malachi, that boy will go to sleep in the car and get out of the car and go right back to sleep in the house. He ain't even got to get no shower. He ain't got to do none of that before he tired. When he tired, he tired. He done. That's it.
But it
Ain't
depends on the crowd he around.
no, it don't.
Man, listen, I had him around all three of my nephews, especially when him and Jace link up. It's they gonna be up. Maddie will go to bed before them because she like, I'm the only girl. But when them boys hook up, all right, young, hey, tone it down. Something. That's when the melatonin got to come out.
No, don't. That's bad parenting to me. Don't drug my kids to make them go to
Not a
sleep.
drug. It's just gummy bears.
Yeah, y'all
Oh.
say it. Y'all
Well,
say it. I'm not really talking
well,
about melatonin, but
That's a good parenting.
Just-
you teaching them they gotta watch they fucking drinks. If they don't watch their drinks, they might get
now
Bill.
he's really trying
they,
to drug
they might
the
get Bill
kids.
Cosby.
Oh
Wow.
no,
Next
no,
subject.
no.
I'm just saying that's
How-
good parenting.
Engineer, how much time we got left?
I think we just started, didn't we? Just
I kind of need to know where we at.
Look, I
before
don't have
I
to
get
look,
into it.
lay down, take a nap because I said so. I don't care what it is. I don't care. It's middle of the day. If you're gonna be bored, and you're gonna fall asleep because you're gonna be so bored.
5,
Well,
10, 15.
And if
We
you're
got
not,
like
you're gonna be
about 30 more
tired
minutes
because you
left.
was crying.
Okay, so let's shift gears
Ooh.
with parenting. Parenting with I should say your family members, other family members raising your children.
I got one.
Wait,
I got
you
one.
got one?
Yeah, I got one. Cause
What a question?
nah, a whole topic. Cause I think we did good parenting stuff. But let's go deeper. Let's go deeper.
Let's go.
When is it a good time to have that birds and the bees conversation with the kids?
When they start doing stuff or looking at stuff and start asking questions.
Early. 7.
I don't care about the age. If they come to you with questions, I would rather me tell you what's up before you hear it from your classmates
What if they don't
or
come?
when you hear it from your cousins or whatever.
What if
you
they don't come? What if
if
they
you
don't
walk
come
in
at
on
you with
Malachi or
questions?
something, walking in the bathroom?
What if they don't ask you nothing?
Can you stop using that as an example? I don't really want to use that as an example.
It's gonna happen
It's
though.
definitely gonna
It's
happen.
gonna happen.
It's definitely happen.
Malachi, why you in the bathroom so long?
Okay,
know how
but
many
why do
times my
we have
son
to
got-
go to the son? Why we can't just look at the kids?
Because we
like
probably
in
play
general.
with ourselves first.
Because I don't want to say nothing about my daughter.
If it, but you want me to say something about our son?
Because we probably
Okay.
play with ourselves first.
Okay,
As,
if
as,
that is the case, if that's the situation, talk to your father. That's all I'm gonna say.
If
Because
I'm at
I
work and I'm
can't-
unavailable at the time. and you
We got
catch 'em,
FaceTime.
I don't want to see it though.
I'm not. Nobody's saying anything about you seeing the thing.
All right,
I'm
if you
saying-
called me and it was like, hey,
my son 14.
if you called me and was like, hey, Alex, look, I just
Right,
walked
y'all
in
done
on Malachi. I
had
need you to
that
have a conversation with him. All right, then I guess it's that time now, son. Listen,
Yes.
Vaseline.
Okay,
not
no.
lotion.
Okay, no.
Just close the
No.
door.
Actually,
It needs to
KY
be-
jelly works better.
Okay,
It's more of a
see,
water-based
this is what I have a
lubricant.
problem with.
put the TV on
This
mute.
is what I have a problem with.
Just mute it.
This is
Mute
what
it.
I have a problem with.
It's too much noise. She can hear it.
Okay, this is what I have a problem with. This is another issue about parenting.
Turn the radio up.
When you
Oh, God.
have the father and the mother trying to talk to the child, it should not be okay, I'm gonna just school you, son. But then when it comes to the daughter, like, just talk to your mama. Your mama know about all of
Then you
that.
just
Just
That's
say-
because that's a girly
no,
thing.
no,
Like,
no,
you
no.
Just say you
I'm
gonna say
saying-
talk to your dad.
I said, when he's referencing that thing,
Uh-huh.
I can't tell him nothing about that thing.
Mm.
I can't.
You can.
No,
you
listen.
could.
You, you
if
can't.
he-
You just can't tell him everything.
Exactly. I can't tell him from a man's perspective. I'll say that.
Okay.
I can't tell him from a male's
I'm
perspective.
like, look, Malachi, listen,
But
I'm going
I
to tell you like
will-
this. When you make it mad, it spit up.
But I will have the conversation. I will have the conversation on the female's perspective. Like, you're not about to be out here just implanting in all these different types of females and all of that and think that you just gonna be okay. You better wrap up.
Wear the Jimmy extra tight.
will encourage my son and my daughter.
Ooh.
I sure will.
Passionate. I like that.
Make sure
I'm raising
y'all
dykes, so.
stay protected. I don't care what it is because you have to think about it. At the end of the day,
All dykes.
there
I'm raising all.
your son and your daughter are going to explore. They're going to have sex at some point in your life. So it's no point of being scared and timid of having that conversation because your child is not going to want to talk to you if they feel like they can't have that conversation with you. If you can't keep it a buck with your kid, they're not going to come to you about almost anything.
I'm like, look, Malachi, man, ain't nothing wrong with it. It's all about when you doing it that way. All you doing is working on your time.
But
so
I
that way
need you
can
to
tell
have
your
that
girl.
same energy with your daughter, though. That's the thing. That's the double standard I'm talking about. Have that same energy with your daughter.
But I agree
Look,
with you,
Madison,
though. I agree with you.
when
There's certain
you're-
things I can't talk about on the women aspect.
I
I can talk
know
about
that.
the woman anatomy.
Okay, but you can speak
But-
from a male's perspective. Like, look, some men are out here to get one thing. Understand the difference or know the difference or whatever.
I'm like, Maddie, make
Whatever
me
the
your
case
ass.
may
Hey, look, kids, sucking dick cause cancer.
Oh my God.
That's what we saying. That's what I'm saying.
She can't take it.
No,
Hey, you know what's
just
up?
said-
Hey,
bro,
yeah.
you just said
Hey,
Sucking.
it's
How
bad
much
because
time
both of them-
do we
the kids
have
that we
left?
talking
we
about
gonna keep going.
are the
How
parents
much
are actually
time?
on this
Please,
episode. That's
engineer,
how bad it is.
Please tell me how much time we
Look,
have
We
left.
got like 20 minutes.
We got 20 minutes.
I'm telling all my daughters sucking
Ooh.
dick cause cancer. That's all I'm
Okay.
saying.
Okay, DL. Okay.
I'm like, son, listen.
This this
nah,
is
they
so
gonna look.
There's nothing wrong
I'm
with eating a
different.
cookie, bro.
I'm different.
okay.
Yeah,
jeez.
it's Cookie Monster.
Listen. All right, I think we need to go into retro
Hey,
Thursday
just let
because
y'all know.
I
Hey,
don't
listen,
even
y'all.
know.
Living outside
if I
the
wanna
box.
do
This
this.
is exactly what you get when the production manager is on the show because I can interact with this guy next to me, man. I'm
Fact. There's nothing wrong with it. You just gotta know you gotta teach them.
Okay, what I'm
But you
saying
said
is,
lead by example,
no,
so should I show them?
You
You said that earlier.
No,
and I was
when I
thinking that
said lead,
'cause
I'm
I
just
was
talking
retarded.
No,
was like,
So
you
I
gotta
should
show
record
them.
it and then show, like, look, son,
Like-
this is how you position.
Like,
Yeah,
so
man.
it's like porn, like so.
She don't like this. She done. She
what
done.
I'm saying is, I want y'all to keep the same energy with your
Hey.
son as you would
All
with
right,
your
I'm gonna keep it a
daughter.
buck.
That's all I'm
I'm
saying.
gonna keep it a buck.
I will.
If-
You think I will?
I know.
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
I don't know about that.
If our kids over at the crib and they just with me, and Maddie is
This is gonna
12, 13, 12, 13, it is gonna be tough. I'm gonna
It
give them
is.
to them straight.
Yeah.
But then
You
I'm gonna
gotta
say, hey,
give-
I'm gonna give them my part from a male's perspective. But I'm gonna say, hey, Maddie, there's other things that you got to talk to your mom about. Vice versa, when it comes to you got the kids with you and Malachi asking questions, you can give your perspective from a female's perspective. But then you got to be like, but your dad got to talk to you about this and that, because I can't give you that. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm
You know what I'm
straight
saying? But I
Okay.
got it. But they got to get it from both sides of the field.
Okay, so here's my other thing. So I
Turn the
saw
Bible.
this video, right? It was a video that
even think my daughters will ask me about that.
it was a video that I think Najee sent me a while back.
Okay.
So this mother and this daughter do everything together.
Everything.
Everything.
Is that the one where she got mad
Well,
at her
that's
because she called her old?
Hey,
No.
hey, crew, I'm about to step outside because I'm really supposed to be at work right now.
Oh, don't say that on air, cause then I don't need that coming back on.
We good. Hey, check this out. We good. All I'm gonna do is log into this meeting real quick, and I'm coming right back.
All right, for sure.
Okay.
Living outside the box, baby.
So Najee sent me this video where there's a mother and a daughter. They literally do everything together. When I say everything, I mean everything. To the extent that they go out on dates together.
With the same
They-
person?
I don't know about that. I didn't see that. But they go out with each other. or they have significant others or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
they bathe together, and they even to the extent of shaving each other. Like, this is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen in my life. I feel like that might be a little bit too much. Like, okay, everybody has a certain type of dialogue with their parents.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody does.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think that takes it a little bit too far too invasive. It's too invasive to me to be that close. It just seems a little suspect to me. You tell me what your thoughts is on that.
To each his own.
Right, I know, but
I really don't give a
of
fuck.
course of
I
course you
mean,
don't.
yes, it's awkward and it's weird because that's something that most people are not accustomed to. Now, if they be on some other funny stuff,
Who knows, right?
exactly. So that's why it's somewhat bothersome because that's the thought that you have that they're on some other stuff.
Hmm.
But if they genuinely comfortable like that and they not on no extra shit, then do them. Like, if it's extra shit, then it's kind of like, yo, you fucking weirdos. But
Yeah.
like I said, to each his own. If they that comfortable, if she that comfortable with their parent, which 9 times out of 10 her parent taught her to be that comfortable. Probably, and her parent probably taught her to be that comfortable, or she learned it from somewhere, or she just feel like, you know what, I'm free, I'm gonna be open. This is what it is. This is what it is, and they build that kind of relationship. Now, like I said, as long as ain't nothing incest or other weird shit going on,
Well, it might.
I ain't
Bec-
saying it ain't. I'm just saying.
I I'm I believe strongly that it is. I'm not saying that it is because I didn't personally see that.
Right.
I just saw it from the video of homegirl daughter was shaving her mama's pubic hair, and I'm like,
She need help. But see, in the same sense,
there's people that do that.
it's in the same sense when your parents get a certain age, if they don't go in a nursing home and they need help, you're gonna help them. So it's gonna be awkward for you though.
But that's at the liberty of I can't do no more. I mean, I can't. I personally can't.
Yeah, that's when you can't do it because you have a whole. But if your mom needed help being washed up at some point, it's like somebody being like if your mom got in a hurt and had to get help to do certain things, you're gonna be there. So maybe they just feel like that all the time.
Well, yeah, it's a little too close for comfort for me, and it's awkward because I want to have dialogue. Yes, I want my daughter to be open enough and my son open enough to discuss anything with me, but to the extent of going like,
That's
oh,
too
well,
open
this
for
is
you.
how you do it,
got
and
a
this is
cat.
how you have sex with him, or this is how you would do it with her. This is how I'm not about to show you with.
Right.
Like, I'm not about to go to that extent.
Right.
I feel like that's a bit
Extreme.
invasive
Mm-hmm.
and extreme.
Yeah, for sure.
So when it comes to parenting, like you said, to each his own. Everybody creates their own idea of
Still-
what it is to be a parent.
Something is
Yeah.
weird to everybody.
Fair enough, but I just think, for me, I just think that there's a limit that we as parents should have with our children. And I think certain things just might be taking it a little bit too far. And I think those are one of those things.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your parenting skill type? Like,
I am a mean fucking parent.
you're a mean parent?
I don't know. My parent skill type is I'm very silly.
Okay. Are you
So-
too silly to some degree where
No.
the kids might not take you serious?
No.
Okay. But they know. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, what's it? Oh, you sound like the devil himself right there.
Fuck no. They know when I ain't playing no games. Actually, I'm so silly that sometimes I give them the serious face just to make sure they know that okay, you know when my serious face is there, and you know I'm not playing.
Right.
You
know what
recognized it,
means.
even though I'm not serious, and then I smile like, all right, cool, you got it. I'll just testing you. Like I do a lot of different shit, but I mean, I let them be them.
Well, of course you let them be them, but where do you draw the line when it comes to
What? Everywhere.
like?
It's a whole bunch of lines.
Okay, go ahead. What's the
Sorry, I'm
different
joking.
lines
I don't know. When it comes to what, it depends on what it is.
when it comes to discipline? Like, where do you draw the line?
There
Like,
is no line.
okay, let me give you a different way of saying it. So you know how back in the day, a lot of our neighbors and people in the neighborhood, they would have the kids almost like you're their parent for the moment or whatever.
I'm not saying you
And-
could get whooped coming down the street.
Yeah. But I'm not talking about that though.
That's fine.
I'm saying,
If I was in a neighborhood like that,
but I'm saying when it comes to wh- where you draw the line with how far you're gonna go to discipline your kid. Like, are you gonna tell them go get a switch like how they used to do us? Are you gonna use a extension cord? Are you gonna use a belt? Are you gonna use your hands? Like, where does your line?
I'm creative, so it all depends on. It depends on how much I need you. I think you need to feel. I mean, I think that you need to be disciplined because my son, he was doing one thing for years, and like when you learning your kid, you know when they on some bullshit. So
Right.
it could be exercises. It could be you just eating one thing for a long time.
Hmm.
Like it's a privilege. Like I had my son just eat noodles. It's like everybody like, oh, I like noodles. Say, okay, you only like them until you see some real good food come in. Then it's like, damn, I just gotta eat these noodles and some bullshit. Like you gonna get tired of them bitches one day.
Right.
You know, it's just certain shit. I'm creative. It all depends on the moment and how I feel. It's different things I do. I ain't always got to hit. I ain't always got to talk to him. Well, I always do talk to him, but
Yeah.
not. If I've already said it, I'm not gonna talk a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just creative. Like I said, it's a time where I was hitting my son, and he was. I said, oh, you taking okay? If I hit you any harder, I'm gonna break you.
Mm.
So I stopped hitting him, and I made him stretch,
Yeah. Yep.
and he started crying the way I had him stretching.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's just different. It depends on the moment.
Different scenarios, different situations. I know.
Yeah.
I know for me, at times, like you said, depending on the situation, especially with school stuff, because you're not there to witness it, you can't really say. Even
right
though,
or wrong, you did or you
right,
didn't.
right. Even though when the teacher comes to you, they might tell you something, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that sounds like something my kid would do." But then,
Where did you learn that from, though?
what?
That you can't really judge that they did or didn't.
Oh, you learn that in life, just overall. Like everybody.
Only reason I asked that
all
because
things are
I
not-
kind of learned that because it was times where my mama got on my head and I was like, oh, she is bullshitting you. Like, I didn't even do that, but you believe in her. So I kind of felt the way.
I get it, but I didn't learn it from that because I personally didn't really get in trouble a lot. I got in trouble more so as a teenager, more so than a kid. Like
yeah, it's
a
teenagers.
it's
teenagers. I was
Oh.
a teenager then.
Oh, okay.
Not no
Well,
kid, yeah.
yeah, for me, I didn't really get in trouble as a kid. I got in trouble when I was older because I was on purpose being rebellious though,
Mm-hmm.
because I was dealing with a lot of internal pain,
Mm-hmm.
from trauma, from the loss of my dad at a young age. And right when I was crossing over into teenager from adolescence,
Mm-hmm.
it was like it was like a double whammy. Well, actually, it was triple whammy because that's when I started my woman phase. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And then on top of me liking boys now, and then
A
with
lot of
me
things like boom,
just
boom.
being just hormones is going
Mhm.
all over the place. So for me, it was like I learned it just over time watching mistakes being made, and I watch other kids observe other children and how they would literally play the victim, knowing they're the reason or the cause behind whatever it is that they're, that the other kid is getting in trouble about.
Right.
And I'm like, ooh, because I'm an observer by nature.
Mm-hmm.
So when a teacher is coming to me and they're telling me something, I'm like, okay, let me get out of my own head. Let me get out of my own head because I'm gonna get out of my way. And I'm gonna actually hear and be actively listen to what they're saying. I don't want to just assume like, oh, you just coming to me telling me about my kid again. I don't want to do that. I want to hear what's being said. Sometimes teachers be on some BS too.
Oh, a lot of times.
But you got to know the teacher. You got to study the teacher and observe the teacher. But when you know that teacher is really looking out for the best interests of your child,
You gotta know your kid though.
and that's what I'm saying. Like when you are
gotta
told
know
something
your
by the
kid.
teacher, you know if that's your kid or not. Okay, I know that sounds like something my kid would do. But that doesn't exactly. Sometimes it might sound like them, but it still may have not been them that started it or
And
that
sometimes
did it.
might not sound like them, but it might have been.
It might right.
True
So
indeed.
so you gotta take it for what it's worth, and really take it in. Listen to what was said. Listen to what happened. Like
Pay attention.
I'm not gonna disclose too much, but there was an incident between one of my children and a teacher there. The teacher,
She slapped the teacher. She was like,
No.
She was like,
No.
"Psh, I got time today."
guess what? No, she didn't even touch the teacher, but it was her mouth. She said some reckless stuff, like I don't want to sit down, or I don't want to drink the water, or I want to drink the water somewhere else. Something she said, and apparently it triggered or ticked the teacher off to the point where
She was in her feelings
they
that day.
they manhandled my child,
Mm-hmm.
or something to that effect.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get into details still, but it was so it raged me.
Because your
But-
intentions wasn't pure to try to discipline my child because
Right.
you feel like she really need to be disciplined. No, you got in your feelings.
Yes,
and
because you ain't like what she
reacted,
said, and you reacted.
and you grown.
But when I heard the whole situation, I'm listening to the principal tell me what plan of action they were going to take. Now, the dad, Alex, he didn't take it so well. But that doesn't mean that we had to react off of that. Because if we would have reacted, it would have been a whole problem.
Y'all reacted.
We just no.
Y'all just didn't
we-
react in a certain way that other people might have reacted quicker.
Right.
But y'all reacted.
But the thing about it is, my daughter tried to tell me, but she didn't necessarily say what all happened. You know how some kids will tell you what happened to them, but don't tell you what they did to provoke that person. So it's like you're leaving out parts. I need to hear the full story. And she knows the full story, but she didn't say. And when I heard it from the principal, it's like, okay, so what is the plan of action? Because at this point, I'm enraged, and I'm like, I just want to know why they touched my child. But I wasn't going to react the way I wanted to. But at the end of the day, it was so many parts of me that wanted to go find this teacher and figure out where they at and just pull up. But I know I'm learning, that that's not the way you handle certain situations.
Okay. Certain. I'm glad you said certain situations.
Certain situations.
That's definitely not the way you handle some situations.
Certain
Some.
situations.
Some.
But I had to listen, and I'm like, okay,
Look.
I know what approach to take.
Saying it's equal opportunity. Equal opportunity. That means kids, teenagers, grown people, old, elderly. Say, no, let me stop playing.
But I know for me that sometimes my children have a tendency to provoke. They will say stuff, and it'll be like, ooh, I want to knock your
But
teeth in.
still,
But yes, still you don't. But that doesn't mean
See,
they're not. There might be a time.
Because that's like what women say to men, like, you should know how to control your emotions as a man. You should never put your hands on a woman. So, in the same sense, as a kid, if you a teacher, you got to be poised enough to understand. That's a kid. I know how to. You got to be smart enough to know how to bother a kid
Right.
more than they can bother you.
Right.
Because I
That is a
know how
fact.
to irritate the fuck out of my children. You ain't gonna bother me.
That is a fact.
So it's a thin line to where, like I said, when I know you actually disciplining my kid because you trying to teach them something or
Right.
need to teach them something, it's a difference. Because most of the time, you ain't gotta touch them. You gotta
No.
outsmart them. You been here longer.
Yeah, that is a fact. That is a fact. Well, we gonna wrap this
Wrap
episode
it up.
and close it out with
put
the
the
retro,
Magnum on it.
which is
Put the lifestyle on it.
with the retro
Put the
Thursday.
glove on it. Plastic bag. Vaseline.
What
Oh, my bad.
is what is your most fondest memory of one of your worst whoopings? Like one of your worst, the worst you ever got.
Wait, my fondest memory.
Yeah, I mean, which one do you which whooping episode do you remember the most? Like which time that you got whooped bad that you remember the most?
that I remember the most?
Like the worst one.
I
the
got a
worst
lot of
one.
whoopings, so
Oh man, you was terrible.
I wasn't terrible. But I
Well,
got a lot of
clearly you
whoopings.
were if you got a lot of whoopings.
I got a lot of strong whoopings, I would say. Where the motherfuckers hit your ass and wrap around your whole leg.
Okay, well tell us
and then
tell us
it's
one
like
of the
same
stories.
spot.
Tell us one of the stories.
I don't remember all of them. Like I probably was like
Just
younger.
one.
I remember we broke my mama elephant.
Uh-oh.
And she
It was the
liked
glass
elephants.
elephant?
She had the like the big one. You know how the old school big little
Yeah.
glass elephant with.
Yep.
Yeah, we broke that. Yeah, I got whooping off that. It's some things I should have got whooping for, but I didn't.
Well, we're in Retro Thursday moment right now.
Yeah.
Your worst
Your
whooping.
your most memorable ass whooping.
Yep.
I got caught skipping school, and I just knew it was about to go down because my granddad told me to go downstairs. There's a white bitch that's in the corner. He's like, just lay right there. Stomach, everything. Yeah. That was the worst. I said I never. I mean, I skipped again after that, but I just tried to be a little bit better about getting caught.
Basically.
Wow.
Yeah, we
Okay.
had a lot of moments. I had a lot of ass whoopings. Some classics.
I have two that I remember the most because I didn't really get whooped as a kid. I got whooped. Well, I didn't get whooped as a teenager. I got manhandled as a teenager. But the first one that I can think of, so this was my dad that whooped me. My dad had a stick shift.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had a non-stick shift van. And he would always park in the driveway. The stick shift would always be the last one because for some reason he just liked driving the stick shift. I don't know how young I was. I don't remember what age. But I used to love imagining the day that I would drive a car. I'm like, oh, yeah. I can drive or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I got in the stick shift. Now, I didn't know nothing about stick shifts at all.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing about it. I got in the stick shift, and I'm driving it, and I'm pulling I don't know what you call it, the gear shift. Yeah, the gear shift. I didn't know it was going to move because I'm like, there's no keys in here, so I didn't think it was going to move. It moved, and it ran in back of the van. I ran the stick shift in the back of the van. And he came out, the stick shift was smoking and all of that. He just looked at it. He was like, and you know how some parents, they be getting so mad, they ball up their lips like, he was like, just go upstairs. And you hate it when your parent is real calm and quiet.
Because you don't know
Those are the worst.
Quiet
Yeah.
storm.
He just said, go upstairs. I said, but Dad, I mean, go upstairs. said,
quiet storm right there.
and my friend, I had a way older friend. She saw him come out. She was like, I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm
Mhm.
going to leave. And I was like, but Dad, go upstairs. I said, it's a wrap for me.
It's over.
He tied my hands to the railing, turned me around. I said, ooh, that was the worst for me.
No, I think I remember the worst for me. I
Oh,
don't know
you
what
remember
I did.
now?
I don't know what I did, but the worst ass whoopings is always waking up to ass whoopings.
Oh my God. That's
the
probably every
worst.
day.
No, that's when you actually like in a good sleep and it's like this. Because you don't know what the fuck is going on. You sleep. You're like, oh.
Oh my God, I don't think I ever had that one. Wow.
Oh, what I do? Not, what, you sleep. You don't know what the fuck. You
Right.
don't know what, it don't even matter.
She waited.
Oh,
She
man.
waited
About
till the
when
next
you get
day.
whooped and it wasn't even your fault.
Nah,
Well-
sleep gonna beat that one. I ain't even gonna hold you,
I
bro.
don't know.
That sleep one, cause you sleep, bro. Imagine just like when you sleep and somebody startle you and you like,
Oh yeah.
so imagine the ass whooping that just come to you out of nowhere.
Bad.
That is real.
Yeah.
You don't know what the fuck you did.
Well, that wraps it up for this episode
Dang, I
of the
missed
good.
it. What was that? I missed everything.
Yeah,
be
you
all right.
did, sir.
You
It's
tough.
okay though.
That's
It's
cool.
okay though. Good
you can watch
parenting
it-
versus bad parenting.
You can watch it on YouTube at Living Outside the Box podcast.
I'm glad he said that. And please go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you following us on all platforms, Instagram and Facebook.
You're
We will eventually be getting more social media platforms, but we'll keep you guys abreast on that.
Yep, like we're gonna get the OnlyFans.
All right, and that wraps it up here on
And
Living Outside the Box podcast. We out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, dummy, make some paper, yeah.
Feel this, we gon' kill this, we gon' run it. They can't hear us. Now watch me, I've been working on my stroke. Now watch me, I've been working on my stroke. Feel this, we gon' kill this, we gon' run it. They can't hear us. Now watch me, I've been working on my stroke. Now watch me.
What up, though, and what it do? This is your girl, Miss Renee.
It's P. Miller.
King Najee in the building.
Nutty. Regular Joe.
I love it.
And this is
Living Outside the Box podcast.
Hey, make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes.
And make sure y'all go follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
And turn on
Oh, yeah.
all post notifications, please. You don't want to
Yes.
miss none of the great news,
Oh.
none of the great info, and none of the great laughs, man. None
Turn
of
it
that.
on.
We gonna come to y'all with great content, great laughter, and I guarantee we gonna make you think outside of that box.
Hey.